Hey, what's up everybody? Strat Carter back again from Strategic Audio. Now let me set a scenario for you. Imagine you're an experienced producer, you got a client that's asking you for a specific style. That style calls for some live sounding, authentic instruments like maybe piano or bass or guitar. But you can't play piano, you can't play guitar, you can't play keyboard, you can't play strings, violin, you can't play brass. You get the idea. What do? My advice? Download or purchase the appropriate loops and samples. There's absolutely nothing wrong with if you need a nice piano chord progression or a melody or a guitar chorus that you yourself can't play. Nothing at all wrong with downloading the loops, using the loops in your track and maybe building upon them and using them for inspiration or using them to help you finish a track that you really need to finish. Today we're going to go through and break down one of the loops from my latest loop kit. It's called Hammers and Strings. That's volume 2. There is a free version of that linked in the description. There is also a full version. That version, however, is not free, but you understand. I'm going to take you stem by stem, track by track through this, one of my favorite samples from the kit. Then I'm just going to play through a selection of the loops in the kit to give you an idea of what you will get. And hopefully you enjoy the video. So let's jump right in. All right, first up, started with these really simple piano chords in B minor. And just take a listen to the style that I used when I was playing. Yes, I'm playing, I'm not clicking in. Nothing wrong with clicking in, but for these genres where it's really expressive and soulful, the human effect is necessary, and it's really good if you know how to play keys. Anyway, take a listen. So for those pianos, I did some really basic EQing, compression, and effects. This SSL EQ, my own piano preset, Waves True Verb, some RC20, my own personal preset that I created, and a Waves CLA 3A compressor. So next up, I took Omnisphere and used a guitar patch and kind of made it my own. And this is what that guitar sounds like. The thing with guitar is that you kind of got to try to picture how a guitar player would play and don't use notes that would be outside of the range of a normal guitar. And try to think of the little nuances that a guitar player would in fact use when he's playing a real guitar. And then the effects, you know, based on your specific taste. Next up, I grabbed the BBC Symphony Orchestra plugin from Spitfire Audio and played these strings. For that, the effects were again minimal and pretty standard, just basic EQ compression, and I didn't even really have to use any reverb because the plugin is, the reverb in the plugin is pretty good. Next up, I added some vocals using a patch from Omnisphere that I adjusted and made it my own, and this is what that sounds like. Next up, I added some fat sounding bass guitar. And again, with bass guitar, quite similar to guitar, you have to imagine how a bass guitar player that's playing this particular genre would kind of finesse it and add kind of octave up notes in certain places and bend the notes in certain places and little grace notes here and there. And that's really the kind of thought process you have to have when you're dealing with bass for this type of genre. Last but not least, I added a Wurlitzer electric piano sound using Analog Lab. Preset is called Dark Ballad, and this is what that sounded like. So now let's take a listen to the sample altogether, the full sample, even with some drums that I added in. The drums don't come as part of the kit, but it's just there to allow you to hear how it would sound with drums. Alright, so that was a breakdown of the loop. One of my favorite loops from the loop kit, Hammers and Strings 2. Remember, free version linked in the description. So now we're just going to switch over and go through a bunch of the loops from that loop kit. And then that's basically going to be it for this video. Alright, so here we go with the first example. I might not play them all the way through, just to give you a general idea of what you get in the pack. Second one I put down. Alright, well that's it for the sample breakdown and for the preview of the kit. Each loop in the kit, there are 10 loops in all. Each one comes with the stems for all the melodies and the MIDI for all of those melodies as well. This pack is 100% royalty free. It's available at the link in the description, and you can get the free version there as well, so you can try it out, see if you can make any fire beats with it. And if you do, drop a comment and let me know. Thanks for watching. Get inspired to make some music.